I've been spending some time watching these little guys go about their business of logging, and I've got to say that they are a pretty lazy bunch. Especially this guy over here. So let me preface this video by saying that if you assume that the logging industry in Tropico 6 would function similarly to, say, forestry in a game like Banished, where you could create these sort of lush, forested environments while also maintaining a steady supply of lumber, you're going to be pretty disappointed. So these guys are loggers, plain and simple. The default take and give work mode on logging camps literally only does that. So in other words, if your loggers harvest a tree, then they go and plant a new one. Full stop. Don't expect them to go above and beyond. I find this implementation just a little problematic for a number of reasons. We're just going to leave it there. Maybe it'll be rebalanced at a later point. Wouldn't it be nice, though, if there were a way to ensure a steady supply of new tree growth, such that you didn't have to rely upon these laurel resters that only do exactly what they have to and nothing else? Well, that's where Stonehenge comes in. So let me get to a free area of the map, and then we can talk some more about that. Alright, so the tooltip for this one is pretty clear. Makes trees grow. It doesn't really get plainer than that. Specifically, what they do is they mostly grow in a ring 2 tiles out from the 6x6 Stonehenge wonder. So in other words, it's going to take up about 10x10 tiles, all told. For the record, this is not to make the case that Stonehenge is the best Colonial era heist. If you're anything like me, though, and you like to create tidy, discrete communities with focused production goals, then Stonehenge is all kinds of awesome. So, just as an example, let's go ahead and place it down. So, if you really wanted to game this, I fancy you could easily run 8 logging camps and 4 lumber mills within a 16x16 block. That's including the roads. Kind of like this. I mean, you could do that, but in the spirit of the previous video I made on plantations, I actually think it's a little bit more fun to create a whole town of sorts around here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this in a 16x15 block since I can, though 16x16 would be a little bit nicer still if you could afford the space. You could, of course, do something even tighter if you really wanted to, but I'm going to try to squeeze all the amenities in there as well. Alright, finally. I think I have the slowest builders in all of the Caribbean. Anyway, I went ahead and transitioned to the World Wars period just so I could show you how you can squeeze a clinic in there as well. So, for the record, the bunkhouses will house about 24 families, which should be enough to cover the demand from the logging industry here. The service industry will probably spill over a bit into other areas, at least until you get higher density housing. You don't technically need this circus, of course. I just like to have these in all of my little villages. But you could certainly squeeze in some extra housing here if desired, or you can just keep the space reserved for a couple of furniture factories later when the Cold War rolls around. I mean, it's all a little Tetris-like, perhaps, but I think it works. I mean, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And leave a like if you're so inclined. Or, if you hate it, feel free to critique me. I'm happy to hear that as well. Well, not happy about it, but I'll listen to it. Anyway, in the meantime, go forth and conquer. But most of all, just have fun gaming.